Welcome, everybody. Deadly is clowning you so hard right now. It's funny. Deadly will be fine. Let me text him real quick. I heard he's been drinking a little bit. We're going to get this rectified. Hold on. Hold, please.
Power off.
We're both live at the same time. He's not answering. Do you think he's mad? Shh. Quit. I'm going to leave a message.
When you finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Deadly, hi, this is Jen. I am currently live. Thank you. And Lizzie Rascal Q, I did. Hey, Susie Q. Lizzie says, Deadly is clowning you so hard right now, Jen. RITE. So if you could get back with me, I'd really appreciate it. And Susie Q from the Hive is in here asking very personal questions, and it's making me uncomfortable. Call me back. God, you can't even make a phone call in here. Hey, Keith. Oh, wait a minute. Let me know when I can call. I changed my number, honestly, because AC wouldn't leave me alone. And I'll just block him all the time. And honestly, I like a 513. Susie, if that's okay. I have lived in Ohio the majority of my life, and I'm used to a 513. This gal is. So I'm sorry if that offends you. Any hoozle. Thank you, Ruski, for coming in. Hey, Freeside. Hey, and bye, Lizzie. And notice the shift over ball shift. Are you shifting your balls? Okay. Listen, I'm a stickler for mental health. I really, really am. So if all I can tell you guys is, hey, Chi-Chi, I can't see you. Hopefully you pop up on here. All I can do is tell people what you can do. And if you go to inpatient, think about this logically. You have a person there that's feeling really bad to the edge and could go over, or you have a person like me that says, man, I'm not doing that great. No, I'm not feeling this sort of way. What do you do? Chi-Chi, do you have me blocked? So if I want to do double appointments for the week, and I've decided, because I'm going to be honest with you, and I actually said this, is I do in my own time as my business. And when I have a licensed therapist I've seen prior to going to jail and afterwards, somebody that's given me progress reports and worked very, very, very closely with my probation officer who I don't see anymore, I think I'm probably going to believe what he has to say, amongst all the other things of proof, all the progress reports. But what do I know? Okay. Because honestly, sweetheart, it's not your business. Why do you care, honey? I think that you guys are a little weird. I mean, to the point you guys are paying attention to what vegetables I put into my food. So don't hold me to a cross. Accept me for who I am or get out. It's very easy. Because the old Jen, my life prior to coming to here, I didn't put up with anybody's bullshit. And I did take a break, even if it was for 5 minutes. It's not anybody else's business. Okay? Thank you. All right. What I can say is I feel a hell of a lot more refreshed. I will tell you that. A hell of a lot. So if anybody would like to say, "Hey, Jen, I'm glad that you feel better," instead of like, it's great. Okay. So I was in George's room yesterday for a hot. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. We are going to discuss this. Brandy, let me say this very slow for you. Nobody gave me any information about anything. You are lying. So if I have to get something documented and then show all your bullshit because you're lying on me to get me in trouble, believe you me, I will. I will not be talking to Brett. I will not be going up on any panels so you can make me say bad things. Do you understand me, Brandy? I think it's very weird for anybody that's not involved with any of this. I'm letting you guys know that when I was all cuckoo and the Rent-A-Center band, that was Brandy that caused all of this. She came to the internet because of Clint and because of knowing me. She's given out my phone number. It's not normal. And if anybody doesn't see that it actually is kind of a weird thing, kind of like Camden, except Brandy is really, really messed up. And she really, really has problems. This is her life now. That's fine. It's not mine. But Brandy, you are lying. And that's why I struck your channel 3 times. I struck your channel 3 times. And I don't feel one bit bad about it because I won't be striking anybody else's channel. But when you call me names and you involve my family and give them a narrative that's not true and I have to get shit documented, that means leave me alone. I cannot control what other people say in rooms. There are a lot of people that have that same name. I don't violate it, but you violate me. Plus, you look like a cockatoo. How does somebody make me feel bad or make my bad behavior? No, my behavior is my behavior. Please understand that. My behavior is my behavior. I completely overshared about shit. What do you want me to say? Well, that's your business. I think I look great. Everybody needs a little time away, but I think I look great. I think that even though my food looks like slop, it looks good. I don't live like, I think I'm a hell of a lot better than I used to be. Hell yeah. I don't use hands anymore like Brandy threatens to do to me. Um, I don't miss counseling. I take medication every day. You apologized yesterday to say the time, same tire. Because E11 is covering John. I'm not covering John. I'm covering Jules. And E11 is far more better of a creator than me. So I'll catch her on the replay. I like E11. And if she had any issue with me going live, I would absolutely, without a question, end my life. Not a problem. And I would just pick it up when she's done. I like E11. I don't have anything bad to say. So if she's fine with me being live, then that's between her and I. And stop blocking me. It's very immature. Let me go in and see who's on my block list right now. What is Deadly saying? Deadly, I'm a YouTube needle junkie. So where exactly am I doing the needle? Am I putting them in where exactly am I putting my YouTube needle junkie ways? Hmm? Hmm? If I cared about Clint, tell me who. Tell me who. I do what my husband tells me to do. Golden Girls BW. JY's missing teeth. Well, that's original. Because there's a difference between me apologizing to people. Maybe I shouldn't apologize. Maybe that would be the rude, horrible thing to do. I'm not allowed to make mistakes. Wow, I didn't realize you were Jesus Christ. I thought Jesus Christ only gave out my number. It's not your business. Save that energy for somebody else. If I know that I look great, I'm selfish. Well, selfish is as selfish does. Jules is very selfish. Any other questions? I feel like I'm doing a presidential thing right now. Is there any other questions? I took a shower today. What kind of shampoo do I use? Not your business. Will you have any other things to ask? Since Jules dissected what I made for dinner down to the onions. Okay. Do I know who you are? Or do I feel like I know who you are? Do I hear myself? Do you think that Jules is a little selfish? Do I not have that right to question or speak about her when she covers me every day? Do I not have that right to say that she's selfish? Am I putting her down? No. I'm simply asking a question. And I do hear myself. I've had great hearing since I was born, and she is selfish. He wants me to taper, which is what I'm doing. I think I know who you are. Maybe, but I'll ask him when he gets home. BW. Hold on. Those who rattle so many people. Hey. Okay. And how do you know what my therapist says? If anything, what I would wonder is, you always say that I'm this and I'm that, so is Jules. But that's a comment. Am I not allowed to make a comment? Do I not have the right to exercise my freedom of speech? She certainly does. Am I not allowed to ask questions about her? Is that allowed? I'm not allowed to ask questions about somebody who covers me every day and that's watching me right now on a Discord with other people that wish bad things. Am I not allowed to do that? Am I not allowed to address somebody that knows how many onions I put in food? Definitely not. I'm not mad. I'm not sitting back. I'm not doing anything. I'm addressing what somebody did. And When did you become Jesus? I'm not taking responsibility for my actions. I take responsibility for the abusive way that I treated Clint. I take responsibility for what I've done to my family. I'm taking responsibility for a bunch of things. What are you talking about? Even if I'm making slop, at least I'm making food. At least my home is clean. At least I have a good relationship or try to with my family. What does Schultz do? I'm not allowed to say anything about her when she's commented on me, down to onions. I don't know what kind of food she makes. I don't go after her the way that she goes after me. What am I doing wrong? Am I yelling at you? No. Am I culting people? No. Mm. So I'm not allowed to ask questions and exercise my freedom of speech? I'm not allowed to do that? I'm sorry. I'm not allowed to respond? Hmm. Calmly? Have I showed her apartment building? No. Have I showed the inside of it? No. Have I anybody ever threatened in my room? No. Hmm. Mm-mm. Do I follow Heather Gillespie? No. Mm. I don't do any of that. That's your business. I get paid just like all of you, and I'm not flipping out. This is my opinion. Jen, stop. You have, I do. I do have family. I have family that's estranged. I have Alice. I have friends that I've known for a long time that I consider family. And though is spelled with a U-G-H. Sorry. Maybe had people stayed out of my business and involved people that didn't like me, maybe it would be different. Do you think I made somebody mad today? Let me see. Let me see if my mom-in-law wants to mod. Do you? There's so much more into taking responsibility than saying you're taking responsibility. Could you please explain that, Ghost of Shadows? I think it's the way that we do it, Sudi. Because I have so much more to offer to the table. Deadly just posted my phone number. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. Jules danced for me on a video call this morning. Did she get out of the seat? Okay. You put everything online, then expect for us not to have an opinion. I did put everything online. That was my fault. That was my fault. I put way too much online. But I can also say I didn't know coming into it when I did my Cup of Gens. I put everything online. I didn't realize it was going to come back and hit me. And I find it, to be completely honest with you, in my opinion, I think it's very weird for anybody that's recorded all of my IGs. Use those qualities instead of anger. Now, I would be lying if I told you that I don't agree with commentating. I do like commentating, and that's who I am. Like last night when I went live, I just covered anything. Now, I do like commentating. We all have our different ways of doing it. I could be a smart ass, and when I'm done commentating, then I'm done, and then we'll get into something else. AMC does hers in a completely different way. E11 is commentating, and I think she does it great. Cooch does great. Why is that any different? Jules does it. Everybody does it. But in my opinion, I don't mind doing it. I like doing it. I like giving my spin about things. In fact, it's nothing really different. I just like that. I just wish that people were more open-minded. That's all I ask. So let's get into it, shall we? It's asking my mom-in-law what to do with lentils. Oh, she sent me a good recipe. Lentil soup. I was going to make lentil. Honey, whether I freaking do anything, I didn't commentate yesterday. I didn't commentate yesterday, and Jules was talking about what I put in lentils. What are you talking about? Jules certainly couldn't find anything else to commentate on me, except she talked about how many onions and how I chop them. Are you kidding me? Noticing my cabinet door? 4 years ago, Paula placed her covering me? Are you kidding me? What if I would have gotten in trouble? With my kidneys fucked up and me having to get surgery? What is that? I can't, honey. Do you know how much salt is in there? I have to watch my sodium intake. Big time. Oh, AMC, do you mind if I show you these? Because see, AMC also is very appreciative of stuff. Like I'm going to get her stuff for the baby, but I've also been picking up toys for her. Not those kind of toys. AMC, I haven't got batteries put in it, but this is what you put. Okay, you can talk about me, but nobody has the right to commentate every day. I don't commentate on Jules that much. I will be today, but that's your business. Unless you're telling me like, hey, I know you can do better than Jules. I know that you're capable of doing better than Jules. And we know Jules is watching. Is that what you're saying? I have to be honest. If I'm frustrating to you, are you saying that I'm more capable and Jules isn't more capable of doing non-content lives? If you're saying that, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, MZ, I gotta sanitize this more, but look. And it's Fisher Price. I'm getting regular stuff though, honey. What the heck? Where you turn this bastard on? Oh, I got to do the mirror, obviously. Monkey. And then this is when you do the tummy time with the baby. Plus, I'm going to get you a walker for the baby. That one's going to be what I actually pay for. And BTW, I hope you have your list up. Okay. So the one thing that I wanted to cover is somebody gave me the link for the missing video, which I'm not going to do anything about. That's okay. This is a live I definitely am going to commentate on. And then tomorrow probably. Because I had a good time last night. I did pretty good. 1K isn't too shabby. I just want to be able to talk about what I'm talking about. All I'm asking for is to respect me the way that you would. It probably doesn't seem fair, but you're in a bad position to just come on here and give your spin on things like some other people. It's not about giving my spin. I could agree with things that Jules says or what other people say. I can agree with that and say thank you. Like somebody said today, they were like, hey, you didn't violate this. I know you've been, and this person and I don't get along. Because nobody should have to sit and freak out about things when you didn't do anything wrong. Just because I've had a bad past doesn't mean that I don't have the right to commentate and just give my opinion. Like I can say, thank you. I really, really appreciate what you're saying and it makes sense. And thank you very much for your input. And I appreciate it. I can say that and agree with you and not say, hey, get out of here and block you like I normally would. I would have to think that that's some sort of growth. I'm excited for a baby. I just want it out of me now. Usually around the 3rd trimester. Let me ask you this. Tell me if you like this. And I'm telling you what, there's so many finds at the Goodwill. AMC, tell me what you think of this. Tell me what you think. And thank you for appreciating. Look at this. All right. The reason is because when you give opinions on things or people, they will always look into you. And unfortunately, your whole life is out there. They will always use it against you. There's nothing that I can do about that, honey. I made that mistake. And all I can do is for myself, since I'm the one that did it, is just be more positive for myself and people that care about me. But I will say this, I am also an adult, and I don't think anybody should be telling me what to do just because of my bad behavior. I think if I do it respectfully, I don't think that there's a problem, in my opinion. But I hope that you like my lives a little bit. No, you're not blocked. I can see you, sweetheart. But hold on. Hold on real quick. I have a little, hold on. There is a rogue mod. It would be in here right now. So we are going to take care of it. Oh, no, no, no. We are not going to do that. We are not going to do that. Not today, Satan. Not today. We are going to go into... Okay. Let's go up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, manage videos, community. Let's see what's up. If I have you blocked, please let me know because it would be in my Google. Okay. Community settings. Let's get on in here. Let's have a little music for a second. Something tells me I'm going to have to tweak a little bit up here. Community. Here we go. Okay, I need to give AMZ. Okay, user management. Here we go. Okay, we are not going to do that. Let's see. William, we are definitely not going to do that. Got Joe, Brenda, Sylvia, William, we're not going to do that. Kimmy, Brenna, Vegas Valley, liability, Stevie and Brenda. I think we are good. Probably add Cindy on there. And oh, wait a minute. Let's go back down to settings. Let's see how many people have been blocked. Maybe we will just reset that. Community moderation. Oh my God, there's so many freaking names. Oh, wait. Why? Oh, genocide. We're not going to put that. Diddler. We're not going to do that. LER. Sorry, guys. Diddler. Okay, genocide. We're going to get that one out of here. Genocide. Giggler. Forgot about that one. That one's been great. Giggler. Okay, we'll use that too. Giggler. Is there another one? Should I block Dudley's name? Is there any more? Oh, Junkie. Junkie's another one you guys like calling me. All right, here we go. User management. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Who do I have blocked? AKA Jill's Fathead, Hambo, Yay Another Day, of course Camden. Noelle, you're staying blocked. Lori Darling, Cooler Ranch Doritos, CC Truck. The only two I kept blocked was Noelle. All right. But I unblocked everybody. Whose truth? Mine or everybody else's? Just because I put something out there didn't mean that I lied back then. It doesn't matter. In fact, I've already spent enough time arguing with you, and I will not block you. However, I will put you in timeout. I'm going to give you about 30 minutes to think about what you did. All right. Why do you guys feel like you have the right to judge me? And here's the thing, if I commentate off of somebody, then I should be able to get the heat from somebody else. But if I give my opinion or they make an opinion about me, then I can't give that type of heat back. How about this? I'll give it back in lukewarm and I'll be respectful about commentating. And it's my opinion. Hey, Carrie, how are you? I think Noelle just threatens me too much. I think she's gone. But I do appreciate I went in today and somebody's like, you didn't do it, Violet. And I was just freaked out for the past couple days. I appreciate it, that person. Okay. Okay. Have you checked out this recipe? It looks delicious. Hold on. I'm good. If I was any better, I'd do a back bend and be a camel. Okay, thank you to the person that gave me. Wait a minute.
This call will be recorded for quality purposes.
You can 100% give it back. Just don't cry when it's done to you. You love the bully word. Well, let me tell you this. If people feel the need to give it back, that's fine. I understand that. But if I'm not doing real life to people, then don't do it to me. That's all I ask. Match my energy and I will match yours. Okay? Don't do real life crap. Afternoon, Crafty Cat. Do not judge me. If you're doing real life crap to me, I'm not going to give it back, but do not give it back to me if you do that stuff. Give it, I mean, if you want to rag on me and commentate, I'm cool with that. Oh, it was just a recording. All right. Brenda, I do finally have the live where somebody dissected the house. And here's a little thing. Would you guys not believe it? Hold on, please. Ghost of Shadows is the most intriguing man. Okay, Brother Jason. Okay, let's get into it. Because I had some questions. She actually had some questions, and honestly, that's the only thing I'm doing is I'm just answering Jules and what her questions are. Thank you so much to the person that gave me this live. I needed it. Exactly explain what Jules does real life specific. She's had members of my family in there. She's had a friend of mine in there. She's doxed me. She's talked about my kids. What else has she done? She's also called the police. She pulled all of my FOIAs. She's paid attention to everything and she's covered me for 4 years. Now, covering me is fine. Giving out my address and doxing me and checking my court records, I think that's a little bit weird. That's the kind of real life stuff I talk about. And just because she backs off and everybody else does her work, that's still the same thing. I don't go real life on her. I didn't make malicious calls on her. When I made the 1096 call and I called back to them and apologized, I only called because she was talking about somebody that I wasn't able to talk about. I asked her to stop. She played the Twilight Zone music, and her and I were fine after that. I don't regret doing it. And one time, somebody that was in her room was weirded out about calling, say, the wellness check, because I was also concerned about Jules. And that person was on a three-way with me. And I showed proof. So if anything, I was concerned about her. Yep. And she's went after my mods and doxed them. She tried to pay for somebody to do an interview. So she is doing real life. No, I didn't. I didn't call the prove it. I didn't call the police recently. When? When did I call the police recently? Tell me when. Tell me what day and tell me how long ago it was. Please do. Please do. I wasn't the one who doxed her sister. I don't do the real life stuff that she does. I didn't show the inside of her apartment building. Nothing like that. I also pay her bills. Is that not enough? I think what you're doing is, now that I think about it, is you're wasting a lot of my time and you're deflecting for what I'm about to cover because she's a psycho. If we waited out and they said, "Hey, Jen, you're not allowed to talk about this woman," I'd be like, "Okay, I can't." And then I would resort going back to doing my verticals and be able to pay my bills. Who would she cover? Let me think. Jen would be affected, not so much. Would Jules be affected? A lot. Would Jen be affected? Not so much. Would Jules be affected? Keep it up, cosigner. You're making yourself look really bad because you're friends with Jules. Just because you didn't rob the bank, I wouldn't be in here helping her out unless you pulled FOIAs as well. But it's against the law to pull FOIAs to harass people, and Jules has done that. I don't need to post proof. So you knew that the police met me at my garage? Wow. Do you want to know why I asked them? Do you want to know why I told them to? Because I didn't feel comfortable with them being out in the. And my therapist knows that I go on live. He just doesn't want me to lose my shit and do it every day. And I'm not friends with Jules. Look in her room. I don't watch Jules that often. I just go in there, and honestly, I have a little mole that goes in and gets the clips. In fact, one of the moles I'm friends with behind the scenes. Hey, sweet tea. And by the way, you want to know why I'm showing this live today? Do you know, and take a look at me, do you know that when you get a domestic violence, that you have to wait 2 years before you can do the exam, the rentals exam, for me to show homes? Did you know that? Did you know it's been over 2 years? Did you guys not know that I was studying to take an exam? Did you know that? No. Okay, co-signing because you were calling the police on Jules. I called on her because she was harassing me, because I felt like she needed a wellness check. And I'm sorry that somebody showed the inside of the home. She would know that they were not very okay with it. Or the fact that Jules knew my address and I have them circling around sometimes. Just leave me alone. It's very simple. Let's go ahead and get into this because honestly, I'm so sick of answering your guys' questions. So hit the like button. So if anybody's going to describe how I should decorate, when, 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 When? I'll wait. Hmm. And by the way, guys, I'm going to be doing memberships. So if you guys would like, I have the cheapest memberships. They're like 99 cents and $1.99. So if you guys want to catch my members, because I'm going to have to put my members' lives behind paywalls, so you guys cannot cover them. You cannot cover a members or your channel will get struck. And if you want to do it in Rumble, that's fine. But we all know in Rumble, you really don't get that much, as much money. So starting tomorrow. Oh, so it's 6 months ago, but it wasn't real life. And the point is I have it now. And if we went to court, you know what she would say? Oh, she did this in the past. And I would say, and this is why. But we're not going to. So here we go. March 29th. And don't talk about God like that. This was just the video that I wanted. Hey, Hellbelly, nice to see you. All right. And our love as you burn in hell. All right. Do everything in fair use. Playback speed. Again, everything is for advertisement and entertainment. Did you tell your therapist you felt like you needed to go to inpatient because in less than 24 hours back on? No, if I felt like I needed to go to inpatient, then he would be the first person to call. And now I've had way too much. I'm not going to block you. I'm going to put you in timeout. I don't run a daycare. Fair use.
Why are we doing this?
Power on.
So where
Bluetooth
is it that
pairing.
Jules is the bully?
Bluetooth connected.
Possible trigger warnings, all in fair use. Let's get into it. You are
Here.
sped up.
Can
ma'am.
somebody please explain? So the bees on my Atari is a play on George, the name, the fake name that he gave YouTube. It is not his real name. And nobody would know how to spell it or do anything with it. So because of that, George decided to go and dox my father on his community tab. And now they're doxing my sister, who is his caregiver.
Well, we'll see. You can't commentate off of a member. So you can commentate off today, which you guys would. But anyway, so Jules, you have doxed other people as well. In fact, you have doxed their first name. You have doxed a lot of people. In fact, you also called the police on George and then called him creepy until afterwards. So yes, and you have also threatened to go real life. You have threatened to call the police and you have threatened to get ROs on people. That is also real life. Fair use.
It's kind of funny because it's really weird because I think it was all staged. Because I see my sister's name pop up. There it is.
By the way, I don't know your sister. The only person that I know is C-Dub. Or CC or something like that. That was a long time ago. So no, I think one of you guys came in and did it because Jules brought it up. She just wanted a right to go after me. I don't know what her sister's name is at all. And when it was pointed out, that account was deleted like anything. You all like to dox. You all, it is actually real life to pull somebody's FOIAs. Hey, Tommy. Welcome to hell. This was the live I was waiting to get.
Sister's name pop up. There it is.
Hey, Hellbelly.
She put it on the screen twice. Oh, she did she?
Well, you would know that I had it up there twice because you watch everything and you were the one that sent the account in.
Going to be struck.
Hey, Colburn.
She's going to be privacy struck. That is
okay. And what I can do is privacy strike you because there are tons of videos and other ones that you've taken out. So I can privacy strike you. I thought we're not doing that kind of stuff. I thought we're not striking because that was a PAB move.
Certain. Did George happen to put that up on his screen as well?
Isn't it weird that you were only concerned about me and George's channel? You weren't concerned about anybody else's? Oh, very
Do you guys know that that's my sister that cares for my father?
Didn't know her name, but at least she's a saint because at least she helps out with your guys' dad.
Can somebody please say how this is okay?
It's not.
Where in the world? Because that team over there, and she's also the same sister.
And just so you know, there are no teams in this. There is no I in team, Jules. It's not teams, it's YouTube.
Was with my mother when she took her last breath.
And where were you?
Can we please start comparing some of this?
Let's go ahead. Let's compare it. Your buddy Brett doxed my mother's face and said that I unalived my mother. Lindsay, who is your friend, said that I laid on my mother and smothered her. So what are you talking about? And you doxed my father's obituary. Thank you, Brenda. And if you donate to my Cash App, you guys enjoy the content that I show, then if you guys would like, you can donate as well. Everybody else is getting donations. I'm giving a commentation. I'm going to do it in a way that Jules doesn't because I don't care whether her window is open or not. She, of course, cares whether I use onions in my food. Come over here. We like it over here.
We also have George and Penelope, the way they went at Lisa Ann, which is disgusting, which even got Maria's attention. And because Maria was fucking human, it stood up and said something. And Susie Q thanked her for it because Susie Q adores Lisa Ann.
I don't have a problem with Lisa Ann.
And it hurt her heart what was being done to her.
Okay, so what about my family, how it hurts their heart that you bring them into stuff? How about you hurt my heart when you said that I ripped off a cabinet door, which weighed as much as I do almost, and that I swung it at Clint? That is a lie. That never happened. How do you think it hurt my heart? At least I have one. Fair use.
And so now that's being blown out of proportion too. So because there are some people in this community that are trying their best to be human, George has got a problem. And this is why
and you have a problem because you don't want to be human because you're a cartoon bee. So that's what I think about that.
George will never have children. Thank goodness. Because the mentality.
And thank goodness that you won't either.
On that man. I would hate to see how he would mentally abuse a child.
What do you think that mental abuse is? Do you think that if you were yelling profanities, do you think that that's mental abuse? Do you think that it's abuse to sit there and smoke? What are you of any right to tell somebody whether they should be able to have children when you don't have any children? Think about what your child would have to feel like. And again, I'm not talking about kids because you don't have any that exist. How do you think that your child would feel having to wake up and hear their mother saying profanities? I'm just saying, if he doesn't have kids and you don't have kids, how's that the same thing? Why does your child, how would you feed your child? You couldn't even feed cats. What are you going to do? Give that baby crunch? Are you going to blend it up and feed it to him? Are you going to have other people fund everything for it? Are you going to have them fund a bassinet because you couldn't even afford a bed? Samesies. Papa don't preach. Fair use.
Yeah. And doxing my sister over there. So should I be okay with Jen's family being doxed over here, huh?
Well, imagine that. Isn't it weird? It sounds like you're laying out the plan for what was going to happen to me, Jules, because you guys have done it to mine. Fair use.
Should I be okay with that? Should we do that now?
But you did.
Should we start doxing Jen's family in my chat?
You did. You did.
Jen knew damn well who it was because you know what she did?
Definitely did not know who it was.
Planned.
That's a lie.
I have the recording of it.
Of course you have the recording of it. You have the recording of me going to the bathroom and farting because you're a stalker.
Hold on a minute.
She
I have
said,
the recording of what was said. But
why do you have a recording? Why do you pay attention to everything that I do? Why? and you'll cover me again tonight and tomorrow. And then you'll pull more videos to show that you've been paying attention to me since I came out of my mother. You posted my 9th grade picture. You've been covering me for 4 years. Paula played it. What are you talking about?
Somehow, some way, poor Jen that gets all of her bills paid is the victim.
Definitely don't get all my bills paid.
Thank you, Miss
Why
Nikki.
do you care? God, I hope I do have a fart video. What your
How much further are you
business?
guys, George?
Same thing,
You obviously don't care about Jen's mental health
and
because
neither
you
do
wouldn't go in
you.
her chat with that.
And you know what? You don't care about my mental health because out of your mouth, you incited calling the police on me. Number 1. Number 2, you know about the pizzas. Number 3, she didn't give me no subs. What you talking about? Give me subs on what? She didn't give me subs, honey.
And you're not going to convince me that you and Penelope aren't behind this shit because you and Penelope have 2 of the most sadistic minds in this community.
Coming from a B that says horrendous, horrible things. So what are you talking about sadistic? And you dated somebody that whipped people with horse whips. If that's not sadistic, I don't know what is.
Do we not remember when Penelope was hoping that Brooke would get her ass beat by her husband because
Do
of
we
the-
not remember when people in your room have threatened me? Do you not remember when Amy Lou said that she was going to smack the taste buds out of my mouth?
pizza delivery? Do we forget
But nobody has to sub up. I thought I was being iced out.
Jen getting pizza after pizza from Penelope when she was having a breakdown?
Wow. Wow. What was I going through? Did you say breakdown? What? In 2023 when you agree with it now? You said I was having a breakdown? Why did you feel like I was having a breakdown? I thought I made it all up. Oh my God. This is what she does. That was not nice. Just like it wasn't nice when you and I became cool and nobody started that Giddler stuff until I left and started my own channel. Your words, not mine. Fair use. It's called pooting.
Does Jen forget Penelope trying to catfish Clint?
And so did everybody else for that matter, Jules. And the reason that I don't care about it is Penelope came to me and said that she would like to take me out to lunch. It's called forgiving somebody when they come to you. See, that's something you don't know anything about because you would rather fight with me because I pay your light bill. By the way, you live in an apartment. When is the last time you had to pay water? When was the last time you had to pay water? I have to pay water. When was the last time you had to pay for trash? I guess it wouldn't matter because you don't take it out. When's the last time that you had to pay a cable bill? When was the last time? And you think that our mother-in-law is going to be like, hey, let me cover the cable bill. As if. When was the last time you had to pay for food?
Does Jen forget Penelope trying to catfish Clint?
And
Hey, Addie.
hit the like button.
It's a shame because nobody is going to be able to have a good time. We have Jen over there crying victim while my sister's being
You're right. See, that's a part of commentating.
doxxed in her chat.
Did
Now,
not
it's
do
really
it.
weird because in the clip, I don't know.
You know, every time you open your mouth, when you try to accuse somebody of something, you keep talking about it. And right about that time, you probably should just, what I believe is you had somebody go in, dox your sister, because I don't know your sister's name, just so you would have an excuse to go at me, because if you don't go at me, then you don't get that money. You set it up. You did.
Hold on, let me pull up the screenshot.
Who cares? Stop pulling up stuff that's dumb.
Yeah, and then look at good old Wanda that used to be one of my moderators is 2 comments under my sister's.
Why do you care? And I didn't know your sister's name. Again, why do you care? Because you didn't own her anymore?
Isn't that great? Isn't that grand? I can
I
assure
thought
you
it
this,
was.
nobody's being doxxed over here.
No, nobody's been doxxed. Are you kidding me? You've been doxing for the last, and people that go in your room dox all the time. We can't help, Crafty Cat. She'll time you out. No, if you're disrespectful to me, I will time you out. I don't have to block anybody. If you're disrespectful to me or my chat, I will block you. Absolutely. I didn't give birth to any of you.
Nobody.
Nobody, she
Especially
said.
people that are not involved in this. Georgie Cat's over there too. That's kind of weird.
And by the way, you're not involved with anything directly and or Brandy with anything in my family. And if you guys are, then you're going real life. Nobody needs to be doing anything with anybody's family. That's it. You do real life stuff.
So in the screenshot that I have, my sister says, hello, genuinely Jen. And then Lisa W, again, isn't it really weird that
because Lisa's not in the hive anymore and can verify every single thing that happened. Yeah, the fire sticks. Sorry. What is the fire stick different? Like, what does it do that's different? Because I'll look into it. Hold on. I make list of everything now. I'll bring that up with my husband. Hold on. Crafty Cat, I saw that. I didn't want you to think. I'm sorry. I should have. Responded, and I'm sorry about that. Okay. I wouldn't time you out over a fire stick, for God's sakes. What kind of person do you think I am? Because I'm up for saving money. Which one doesn't make me look pale and weird? Amazon or Best Buy. You know, I'll tell you what, back in the day when they had CD players, I used to go to Best Buy and get my CD players. Oh my God, I love the inside of those. I do like Hulu. I'm not going to lie. I do favor Hulu a lot, but I will ask Clint as soon as he gets home, actually. Okay. Sorry, I had a little bit of indigestion. Hey, Jules, why did you take this live down?
Weird that 2 comments down from my sister both times are my old moderators. That's interesting. And then Napa Valley Girl goes, please remove. And then she put my sister's first name.
Lindsay, let me ask you something, honey. How would you know anything about that? You said the picture looked like I was smothering my mom. That's what you said, Lindsay, because you're a mean person. I didn't ever attack my mother. And there wasn't any insurance payout, you idiot. Don't come back in my room, horse face. Ever. And you know a little bit too much about my life, Lindsay. They're doing everything they can so I don't cover this. Why am I responding?
Napa Valley Girl goes, please remove. And then she put my sister's first name. It's really weird that Napa did that the first time, but not the second or third time. And when it was removed, Jen immediately thought that it was Manda prayer jars.
Exactly. which just like you said, when I had the breakdown, you would know that I did not know your sister's name. You want to know why? Because you just said that I thought she was Amanda Prayer. So how would I know that it was your sister when I said out of my mouth that I thought it was Amanda Prayer? Because I told you I didn't know who your sister was. Do you not get that?
What happened to Wanda? Wanda chose that side. I said time and time again that anybody that chose to go over in Jen's chat, you guys are no longer going to be having a
She
mod
said
status here.
no longer.
You can still come in my chat, but you won't have mod status.
No math status if you come in here. None.
And she
Not
got
even a
very
little.
butthurt about it. Her and Lisa W both did. But
No,
it is
they didn't get mad about that. They decided to leave. Had nothing to do with me. They decided to leave because they didn't want to be culted or put up with your crap anymore.
what it is. And if you guys feel comfortable sitting in a chat right now with my sisters, being my sister who's
But I didn't know your sister. That's what you said. Remember, I thought it was Amanda Prayer Jar. So you lie. You lie. You lie.
done
You set me
nothing
up.
to any of y'all with her docs, I hope you're having a good time. And do you know why they're doxing that sister? Because she does watch this stuff occasionally.
So what? And you should explain to your sister how this is. And I don't know why anybody would watch her channel. You set me up.
She does. She watches some. She used to watch it to try to escape from shit.
Why would anybody watch you commentating on me to escape? Escape from what? Escape from
Shame
what?
on y'all. And shame on Jen. Jen and Siwa can never ever.
Oh, you leave me and Seesaw alone. I never know where Siwa and I are. Yes, you lie a long time. What are you talking about? You said out of your mouth that I had a breakdown. You said out of your mouth that I thought it was Amanda Prayer. Your words, not mine. There you
Get on a pedestal ever again. Yeah. And I guarantee you that it is known that that's my sister. Because I guarantee you this, no, but none of Jen's family is being doxxed over here. Maybe I should.
Well, isn't it weird that you set out the precedence of all this, Jules? You diabolical woman. Because now it's happening.
Encourage that? Is that what should happen? Maybe I should encourage the dental office and all of that stuff.
Oh, so what you're also admitting is you guys, and people were calling the dental office. They did, from what I know from George, they did. And that's why I said you're a liability, because maybe you're not the one who does it. You have other people do it. Again, if somebody's robbing a bank and you're the one that drives the car away, which I guess you would because you don't have a car, you're just as complicit, ma'am. Just as complicit.
People said that I was looking for it. I already found it. I found it immediately because I realized George is misspelling. She deleted it. Why would you blame her? Because it came back and she was engaging with it.
Who, Amanda Prayer Jar? Because that's who I thought it was. I didn't know it was your sister. Your words, not mine. Fair use.
And then she was engaging with it because I guarantee you it was planned because she was engaging with it, pretending it was Amanda's mother.
So I thought it was Amanda Prayer Jar, and now I thought that it was. No, it wasn't, because what she said was Amanda Prayer Jar is another person. She lied. And what she's doing is telling the narrative of what she set up to do, because that's what you do all the time. I thought it was Amanda Prayer Jar. You said that I knew it was your sister. Obviously, I didn't. And on top of you saying out of your mouth, I thought it was Amanda Prayer Jar. Now you brought her mother into it. So I thought that it was two different people. I didn't know it was your sister for the 90th, 100th time. Why do you care? I don't want my family being doxxed. Too late for me, huh? I don't know who your sister is. I'm sorry, I don't.
She was engaging with it, pretending it was Amanda's mother. She's like, oh no, if that's not Amanda's mother, come back. She didn't ask somebody, can you check and see if that's Amanda's mother? No, Jen is a piece of shit. Jen knows what my sister's name is because Jen doxed my sister before. She told people what my sister's name was.
No, what I said was I believe that an account that was in the hive when I was in there may have been your sister. You never confirmed or denied it. Again, I did not say this. I thought it was Amanda Perjar. Your words, not mine. Fair use.
Do you know how Jen knew it?
Thank you,
Because
guys.
my sister used to go in Jen's chat way back when.
And what would her name be? What would her name be? Was it Amanda Perjar?
She never said anything. She just used to go in there. So Jen knew her
Thank you.
last name. Jen knows damn well who the fuck it is.
Don't care that much about your life, sis.
So Jen decides she wants to ruin
And here's the thing. If I doxed your sister, you said that your sister watched my channel. So why would that be doxing her if she came in under her own name?
everybody else's family because Jen's family sucks.
Well, why don't you tell Brandy that? So my family sucks. Well, yours blows.
That's who Jen is. Jen and Clint both have extremely poor family lives. Yeah. And you
And so we all do.
know why I'm doing this, Jen? Because of what just happened and what I just saw. I'm pissed the fuck off. She did plan it. If you listen to the way she fucking said it, it was planned. Not just any sister either. The one that's got far more on her plate. Remember, isn't that the one that you guys always talk about?
Well, then
And
why
you know
would
who
she
don't
come?
you know?
Why would she come into Jen's room then if she's got enough on her plate? Why would she come into my room where you admitted that I had a breakdown, said that I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and your sister decided to come in which I thought she was Amanda Perjar and her mother, but I planned all of this? It sounds like you might have planned it. I planned it? Why would I plan that?
Oh, whoever the fuck that sock account is, came in and said hello to my sister. So don't tell me that they don't know it's my sister, because here's the other screenshot. Where is it? Oh, but my sister came back in there and said, I went into George's today for the first time. Who don't you know says, hey, blank, which is my sister's name, not blank. How's your sister Jules doing? So tell me that Jen didn't see
But
that.
you said out of your mouth, which I don't know your sister. So that's the first lie. The second lie that you said is that your sister came into my room to watch me. So even if I said your sister comes in my room. You said that. Is she still coming in my room to get away from life's problems? Because my room is not the room to come into if you want to get away from life's problems. According to you, I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So how does that make somebody's life better? If I have all these mental health issues, as you and your friends come in and say, why would anybody want to come into my room to get away from things? What, reality? As if.
Which is my sister's name, not blank. How's your sister Jules doing? So tell me that Jen didn't see that. Tell me that Jen didn't see that, and now my sister's back in the chat. And I assure
Maybe
you,
she
it's
was
not my
trying to
sister.
get-
My sister does not have a YouTube account with her name.
How do you know?
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
Rile me up how? To make themselves look bad? Because Jen, now I'm coming for you even harder.
Wow, that sounds like a threat.
Yeah, I am.
At least you admitted
Poor,
it.
poor Benevieve that doesn't have any family. That's why she has to settle.
You know why she calls me Benevieve? Because she looked into classmates.com, posted me as a minor, and with my name, the thing is in the yearbook, they accidentally spelled my name with a B. That's why she calls me Benevieve. You posted me as a minor in 9th grade and also pointed out that I was in cross country. I didn't even know you back then.
For Clint, and Clint has to settle for her. Clint has nothing, because if Clint gets rid of Jen, he's got to move back to New Mexico.
Why? When Clint and I weren't together, he got this house in Ohio. What are you talking about, Willis?
Either that, or he's got to learn how to take care of a house by himself, because he's worthless as well.
Really? That's your opinion. At least he was in a house. You're in an apartment and you can't even keep your windows clean. So why are you putting Clint down?
Yeah, that's how this goes. You fuck around, you find out.
Ooh, am I finding out now? Am I finding out now? Because all the stuff that you're saying supposedly happened, it's happening now. So did I FAFO? Do you think they're mad?
No, we don't dox people like that in here. I don't allow it. It's bullshit.
But you have.
Anytime somebody comes in here with something that looks like a first and a last name, I question it.
Okay, so if you've been questioning it, why is it now that you don't knock it out? Why are you discussing it? Not your business, not your family.
And what pisses me off is Jen knows damn well what my sister's name is.
No, I don't. For the 90th time, I don't. Unless it's Amanda Prairjar or her mother, I don't. And you said it out of your mouth, not mine. Fair use.
And the people that were in the pecan ladies, they all know damn well that my sister knows. In fact, that's probably one of the pecan ladies. It's probably actually
Well, you're friends with most of the pecan ladies. Maybe you should ask them. Fair
Christina,
use.
probably not George or Penelope. Jen can't talk to her kids. Jen can't talk to any family. But then
How do you know that? At least you have the choice to talk to your family. When do you take the time off to go over and help your sister who comes in my room to get away from the bad stuff that goes on? When is the last time that you went over, helped her out and said, hey, why don't you take a break? Hey, why don't you go out and do something? I'll sit here with my dad. When is the last time that you went over there and did that? I wasn't online the day that my mom took her last breath. I definitely wasn't. When is the last time that you called your sister and said, hey, why don't you go home and take a nap and I'll take care of dad? When is the last time? And by the way, that was a personal thing that you talked about. Why are you putting your life out there, Jules?
But then she's going to get on here and talk about family. How's that work? Yes, it's not real. It's the lava from a lava lamp. Yeah.
Whoopee.
This is the kind of stuff that makes wars. Because this is the kind of stuff that makes me want to get even.
Honey, you've been getting even for about 4 or 5 years now. When will it be odd?
This is the kind of stuff that makes you do you want to know something? If you look at Jen's police record over there in Claremont County.
Again, who sounds psycho? Why do you care to know about my police record? Why do you care? Why don't you pay attention to your police record? Nobody should be paying attention to that. That's weird. It's creepy.
Updated the address to her new address.
Because you have to when you're on probation. You knew that because you threw me a party when I got out. Your words, not mine.
Now I do know your address.
You knew my address before, Jules.
Poke, 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 poke. You know what's
And by the way, you were the one that said that Brandy doxed my address. Your words, not mine.
funny, Jen? I find hysterical. Do you know that? Hold on a minute. Oh, please. Lets me find it, seeing as she kind of pissed me off. Yeah, Miss Mickey is hugging her daughter right now. Can you say the same, Jen?
I thought you don't bring up people's kids.
Nope, that won't ever happen to you ever again.
It's very odd.
Ever again.
You know, that's very odd because now in this situation, there are relationships that can never be repaired. Isn't it weird that you sit here, unless you are like Siwa and you know about the future, isn't it weird that everything that you're talking about, when I effed around and found out that this is happening now, I'm waiting.
Why? Because you're addicted to the internet.
Really?
You are.
Are you addicted to the internet, Jules? You go live every day, sometimes twice, sometimes for 7 hours. Are you addicted to the internet?
Addicted to the internet more than your own family. Can you imagine that?
Really? So when is the last time you called your sister that I didn't dox and say, hey, can I go over and help with dad? When is the last time that you said that? When my mom was dying, I was there with her. I didn't hit her either, you idiot. When my mother was passing away, I was there every single day that I could go. Don't lie on me. When your mother passed, you were online. When my mother passed, I was not online. I was busy doing Catholic rites over her. Shut up. Was it more important for you to be online?
More than your own family. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Can you picture that? Can you picture that? Can you picture?
Could you imagine if I played this for somebody? What would they think? She's got a nice little voice, though.
I'm looking.
She's looking. And you want to know something that's very, very rich, Jules? Is that there's a picture called The Ghost of Patricia, and it is a picture of my mother a month before she passed away when the cancer got to her brain. And you guys knew that. There is an account called The Ghost of Patricia, and it is a picture of my mother. And I highly doubt anybody on this side did something that disgusting.
Fuck, how far back do I have to go?
And Tracy, let me tell you something. Do not bring up my brother. Tracy with 2 E's.
Oh, this is irritating.
She's irritated.
Oh, maybe I'll just do this. Maybe I'll just take another screenshot. Hold on.
Of course you will. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Or to anybody.
Twisted Ginger got it out.
Yeah, Benevieve, not only does Benevieve not pay a mortgage or rent or anything like that.
How do you know that I don't pay a rent or a mortgage? Just because you rent from somebody, which is nothing different than what we do with Clint to his parents. How do you know? How would you know that? Not from my mouth. How would you know that we don't pay rent? How would you know that? You don't know anything.
She's using the staging furniture that came with the house. Remember?
This is where we're going to get into this. Since you wanted to look up everything about the house, when people move, they leave furniture. And do you know what happens? You pay extra on top of the rent to keep the furniture. So why do you care? It's called a furnished home. And when people want to move, they don't want to take everything with them. That is why you pay extra. How would I know? Because we were going to get a house with furniture in it. So it's not your business. I know Brenda's close with my brother because that's what friends do. Tracy with 2 E's, not a Y or an IE. That's what friends do. When you decide to buy a home with furniture, which is between you and the seller, doesn't always have to be in writing. It is included with the price. Duh. But you sure as hell played rental person. In fact, after you did this, you did rental cards for everybody. That's how much you didn't care. But if somebody comes to your house or even goes anywhere near the street, didn't you say that if LAC decided to ever go to your home, that you were going to put posters of LAC's kids? Do you not remember doing that? Are you telling Bambi to ring your bell and she went and visited because she had a cheerleading competition? So that's not okay. But it's okay for you to dox people's addresses, to get into their courthouse records, to allow Brandy to do all the stuff she's doing now after you knocked her out. Just saying, Jules.
Remember? This is Jen's furniture. This is the furniture that came with the house that Jen has.
So?
Staging. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can go find a screenshot of let's see.
Hey, where's Mia's mommy, love? How's Mia's mommy doing? Did you throw a fake funeral so people like Teddy could come back? People like Tennessee Whiskey? Isn't that odd?
Dang, dang, dang.
And dang, 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 she said. Let's go ahead and get forward.
I probably pay a gas bill, electric bill, a cell phone bill, a cable.
$400 just for an electricity bill. See, we don't get the thing because we rent as well for the 90th time. Just because you have the same bloodline as somebody doesn't mean that you do not pay rent. You're lying.
Bill, my rent and several bills that go along with this. I pay for
I wonder how much your rent is if you live in an income-based apartment. I lived in an income-based apartment, and sometimes my rent was zero.
Spotify, I pay for StreamYard, I pay for my soundboard monthly,
And?
I pay for Netflix, I pay for
And are those necessities? In fact, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be getting those bills paid unless you're selling crack or you're selling cans on the side of the road. Honey, you should be thanking me. Because of me, you wouldn't be able to afford anything. You're welcome for your buzz from your pot.
Hulu. What else is it I do monthly? I don't know. But yeah, so hold on. So there's this. Is it live or is, hold on, let me get rid of a couple things here. So I don't have to worry about a mistake. So is it live or is it Memorat?
And let me ask you this. Why is it that you can afford Hulu, but you weren't able to afford getting nuts for your squirrels? You weren't able to afford getting toys for your squirrels or your cat. You're able to afford hospice and things like that, but you couldn't afford cat litter, which Kenlin bought for you, or a squirrel shadow box that Christine bought for you. So you can afford Hulu, but you can't afford to get litter for your cats. Got it.
So here we have the Zwillow ad, and here we have her page. Bing, 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 bing.
So what you're showing us
And there
is the inside of the home. Because you went to Zillow and you think that that is normal, but you don't want anybody to even drive past your home. So you own the whole state where you live. Nobody's allowed to drive where you live. Okay, got it.
there is, oh, what is that? Get out. There's more. There's more. Yeah, apparently Jen says that she pays big girl bills. She pays. Fun fact: when I lived in Wisconsin, I had to pay a water bill as well. So yeah. And my water bill was not steep because I had a washer and dryer and all that stuff.
Girl, please, let me tell you this. Maybe the washer and the dryer, but I'll tell you this, that shower of yours is very, very dehydrated. You want to know why? Because you never take one. Hi, Idril. Weren't you selling the house?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know? If we rent,
Well, I
obviously
won't
not.
be visiting anywhere because your haters think I knew. So that's a no fun for me. Well, and then one of my people, Miss Mickey, thinks you're George. So I don't know about that. I have
One
no
of
clue.
you-
Let's go to room, shall we?
Well, you know what happened is Jules was feeding these squirrels. And when you have that little box for them to go into, used to have the squirrel cam, and she had two birds that she called Mommy and Daddy. Then she had Yolanda with the missing arm because the squirrels were eating each other. And then she had another one named Bruiser. She was naming her animals. And then she kept feeding them so much that she domesticated them. So when somebody called, because there was squirrel shit everywhere and they kept traveling up to the third floor, I'm sure the neighbors loved that. Then she was told to give the squirrels, put them back across the street. So she domesticated and controlled the squirrels too. When is the last time, Jules, that you went over to visit those squirrels? I'm sure Yolanda and Bruiser miss you. Oh, and by the way, you want to hear some messed up stuff? I offered to get her a bag of nuts for her squirrel, and she said that she couldn't take unsalted nuts. Well, that's okay. And you keep your rat, unless you live in a place with rats. So on top of that, your neighbors had to kitty litter smell from you taking them out. Your neighbors have to deal with your music that you play late at night. They have to deal with that. And then on top of that, they had to deal with squirrels climbing up the wall and pooping.
About that, I have no clue. But anyway, hold on. Let's go to another room, shall we? Oh, you guys, look at this. This is when the cabinet was all in one piece. Yeah, they bought it and the cabinet was all in one piece.
Do you not realize when you're in a house and you have to fill things, why were you paying attention to the cabinet? And you know what I did with the cabinet? I actually figured it out, watched a YouTube thing. At least I did that. And guess what? Bada boom, bada bing. What about your shower, Jules? Do you ever use it? What about is the state of your chair in having to deal with the smell of talcum powder and bad decisions? What about your door where the cat litter was? What about your cat that you said passed away and we have yet to see the little urn for it? What about that? What about that? Girl, please. Mhm.
Look at that. Look at that. Hold, please. But that's not
She's
a big deal
showing the
because, you know, there's
house.
no furniture in there or anything, right?
You are literally what gets me is you guys said that I showed my life by doing those cleaning videos. But Jules is sitting here dissecting everything in the house, including furniture that was left. And by the way, you didn't sell the house. So why do you care? Your jealousy is showing.
Hmm.
You're a
Interesting.
psycho. You're a
Yeah,
psycho.
you'd think that it would be so much better if they had kids in it. You know what I mean? It just kind of seemed like an
Maybe
empty
you're
little shell.
And how do you know that that won't happen in the future? Maybe your apartment would be better if you cleaned it, opened up the windows. Maybe if you had a child, maybe your apartment would be nice if you cleaned it.
Oh.
But you're too selfish.
It's a nice house, but a lonely house as well. 47 with nothing to show for it, not even her
What do you mean I don't have anything to show for it?
fruit of children and their success. No, no, no. Maybe doxing my sister this evening. What?
I didn't dox your sister. Out of your own mouth, you said that I said Amanda prayer jar. Out of your own mouth, you said that I went insane. Out of your own mouth, you are a tattletale, a teetle-tale. Fair use.
Not really. That got me upset a little bit. A little bit. And you know what's really funny is I was going to put a lot of anger towards Siwa. And don't worry, Siwa.
Well, you're okay with Siwa now. Seesaw.
Not forgotten.
She forgot
But
you.
you know, Jen, you rang my bell tonight.
Hold, please. I have a song for you guys. Why have a cold when you could have a rat? Actually, Ace, no, I don't want AC in here. You're stalking me and you make me feel very uncomfortable, sir. You go real life. I don't want him in my room. Please block him. You give me the creeps and I don't like you and I got my number changed because of you. Leave me alone, sir. No means no. I don't care how many trolls in here are friends with you. At least they're fake and nice to me. Get out. After what you did a few days ago. Hold on. Come in, please. Hold on. Hold, please. Why is he in here? What you did to me a few days ago, AC, could have got me in a lot of shit. You and your friend Brandy. I asked you nicely to leave me alone. What do you mean big pimping? I want AC out of here, please. Immediately. And could you please screenshot that, Brenda? Freeside, stop it. Thank you. Brett will not be coming in again. I know why Brett went in. Somebody came in and wanted me to take a panel lead. And when I went up, Brett doxed somebody. I can't control what other people say. I can only control what I say. Just like Brandy and them knew, somebody told me to go and take a link, in which I did, and Brett ran his mouth and said something. That's not my problem. Just like somebody wasn't giving me information, that is a lie. Brandy, leave me alone. Brett won't be allowed to come back in. I haven't spoken to Brett since forever. Hey, Tommy. Freeside, I'm going to go ahead and give you a timeout for a second. Since you have a problem with Joe and Tommy and all them, I'm going to go ahead and put you in timeout. That way you can go and drain the lizard or whatever it is that you guys call it. And when you want to come in and respect everybody that comes in, then we'll let that happen. Okay? So it's only funny to go after people that you guys don't like, to deflect off the bullshit that you guys do because you want to silence somebody. And then you guys want to say openly, I don't feel comfortable when somebody says that they want to play with me like a shiny toy. I don't like that kind of verbiage. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay? So while you guys are calling me a mistress, stop talking about my husband of fucking a year almost. Don't call me a mistress when you guys are married, sharing buttholes. Leave me alone, AC. You're putting up things from years ago and you were not even here. Hey, Summer. Don't block me, Jen, but you said you wouldn't be commentating. Well, I got it wrong anymore because it's not healthy. Why did you change your mind? Just asking. Because I like commentating. I think that there's a way that you can do things and not do it the way that other people do. In fact, I mean, honestly, I could show a video of somebody and give my opinion about that. I think it all comes down to if I feel like I can do it and I'm not losing my crap, I think that that's acceptable. It's for entertainment. You know, I don't do it the way other people do it. And I think that it's okay. A lot of people commentate. Drama sells, not bodies. Let's go ahead and play a song. I don't know who this is directed to, but what isn't healthy is going live multiple times a day, which I did yesterday. It's not healthy for me not to take care of myself. I feel okay. Thank you. And I won't block you for your opinion. I appreciate it. I do believe some people care, and that means a lot. I may not be able to do what you guys suggest for me to do, or even what I've said I was going to do, but I do appreciate that people care. Never used to before. But I have to go to the bathroom, so we are going to play an appropriate song. I have a phone call. Exactly. I promise, Summer. I promise. Thank you. Don't come in as another form. I did go to the bathroom. Thank you. Okay. Sounds like she forgot. She won't block you now, but she will later if you keep commenting. I didn't block anybody. You know why? Because she said no disrespect. Okay, that's fair. Just don't let it get to the point where it's too much. What are you talking about? So do you guys want to play Rockwell or do you want to play the WAP? Let me know. Which one? 70 people? Did somebody end a live? And shout out to Paula. I don't think it's a fake fight, and I appreciate that they're actually. But see, Jules won't commentate on you guys because she's a PAB. Oh, and I did talk to Clint. I said, have you talked to somebody and said that YouTube was getting too much? And he said that he hasn't said that. So that would mean that one of you guys who talked to him way back in the day, you all said it. You don't eat at Taco Bell. I can't anymore, but I'll tell you what, I had a friend that worked at Taco Bell back in the day. She used to bring home the chicken and the beef. Oh my God, it was delicious. So good. Hey, Mama. Jules told the others to come in, of course. Could you not imagine a life? Let me ask you that. Could you not imagine a life where you are doing a live? Leave him alone. At least Joe sticks up for me. And you guys are like telling people in my family that people are dangerous. You guys need to quit. Actually, let's play Doja Cat. Freeside, you are not going. So, Freeside, let me ask you this. Have you ever worn women's underwear? So, what song do you want to hear? Actually, I have a great song. Hold on. What are you doing, weirdo? Somebody's getting their balls clipped this week. Hold on. I have a good song. Okay. Come on. Oh, goodness. I did like Mexican pizza too myself. Okay. appropriate song. Okay. Ghost of Farts. That's awfully appreciated. Okay, hold on.
I like older men.
She said, I like older men.
Power
Please
on.
hit the like button.
Bluetooth on. Bluetooth connected.
The bee is watching me. Okay. See, you guys can do commentary and have fun at the same time. You can do it. You can do it. Exactly. I was a poet and I didn't know it. I'm being watched by my neighbor. Does she have a squirrel box? Ooh, they have a Big Mac skillet. If you guys like Big Macs, they have a freaking recipe for that. I always feel like Yolanda's watching me. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. He said, okay, Rockwell. Tell everybody.
It said Rockwell is cousin of Michael Jackson, and a lot of people think that that's the only reason that song became a hit. And his dad is Barry Gordy, the former president of Motown Records.
Oh yeah, his daughter Hazel married one of the brothers. I think it was Jermaine. No, it was Tito.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Do you have words of wisdom for anybody in here today? Everybody's saying hi. Carol's in here. Crafty Cat's in
I'm
here.
the last person to come to for that.
Okay. Okay. Boeing is in here. They said hi. Legally here said hi. Ghost of Farts. Crafty. Stevie said hi. Sweet Tea said hi. And Joe left, but he's probably said hi.
Okay.
We got to get the dogs treats.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, somebody's watching me now. Guess who?
Yeah.
The IRS.
Why is that?
I don't know.
They're always watching us.
Oh, listen. Jermaine had an affair with Whitney Houston. Oh my God. And I thought I got around.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God, everybody's a mistress these days. Hey, Brenna. You want to tell Brenna hi? Brenda's in here too. Brenda's in here too.
Hello, Brenda.
And Ghost of Farts. Okay,
Aren't you the popular one?
He said, aren't you the popular one? Yeah, there's 67 people. AC came in to stalk me.
What's new?
Mm-hmm.
See what? Why do people say what else is new? That's incorrect grammar.
I know. Love you.
Love you too. I'll be home in like 4 minutes.
Okay. Not 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Want to hear a song? Any song?
That's
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. So what do you think of the name Ghost of Farts?
Ghost of Farts?
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting one.
And it's okay that I'm commentating off of this?
Yeah.
Thank you. Love you. All right.
too.
We're going to finish up with Aunt Jules, okay?
Sounds good. When are we going to get the treats?
Probably about a half an hour.
Okay.
I'll just speed it up She already sounds manic anyway. Hey, Carrie Taylor. You want to say hi to Carrie?
Hello, Carrie.
Okay. Hold on. Now that Carrie's here, I have to get her niece. Hold on. Mama. 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 Oh, there you are. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Mama. You can hang up, babe. Come here. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Guess who's here? Guess who's here?
The star of the show.
Carrie Taylor's here.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. Who do you have
Hey,
the
did the
problem?
trash come by yet?
Yeah, they did.
Cool.
Okay. Carrie said hi, Clint.
Hello, Carrie.
Okay. Who's the problem? Is that Dad? Is that Dad? Who's the problem? No? Okay. I'll see you when you get home. In 2 minutes.
A minute.
All right. Love you.
It's that. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Is Brenna the...
Hang up.
Oh, you want me to hang up on you? Will you hold that against me? I'll see you when you get here. Love you.
All right. Love you.
All right. Bye. Okay. Is Ghost of Farts the problem? No? Thank you, Sweetie. Is Sweetie the problem? No. Is Carrie Taylor the problem? Is Carrie the problem? Carrie, oh no. Is Carrie the problem? How many freaking accounts do you have, Freeside? What is wrong with you? She looks like a little sea otter. Look. Are you a sea otter? Are you a sea otter? Yo, Clint, Jen picked a fake mobster over me, your bandmate. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Joe? Why? Let me ask you this. Why do you have a problem with Joe, but you're friends with AC? What does it say about your manlyhood? I don't believe that Joe wears Big Mama's underwear. I understand, Boeing, but I'm just saying it's to each his own. I'm into the kink and stuff like that, but I know, but what does he think? What if AC says, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And he goes, hey, I do have some. I'm not important enough to have a stalker. Do you think Mom has a stalker? Oh, is Dad here? Is Dad here? Look at that. Is Dad here? Look at that. She is up. She is up. You saw a river. Tell me that she don't look like a sea otter. Oh, who is that? You want to go see him? Okay, come on. Go get him. Yep, she's out of here. Hold on. You right down? All right. Are river otters nice? AC swallows? Well, that's what you do when you drink water or milk or cottage cheese, depending. Has anybody commented? Hey, if you guys want to jump into the rabbit hole, there is an account. It's called, her name is Jenny, and Jenny, oddly enough, and she ended up getting lung cancer. She was a non-smoker. If you go to the account called The Apples, see, they love them. Let's just go. If I play Jules, they'll probably stop barking. I thought it was fish at first. He popped his head up. I heard that they're really, really nice. If I was a sea otter, they're so cute. It's just the back part of their heads are a little questionable. Oh, spit cup. I get it. Hey, hey.
Did you hear them?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes. Okay, so it was called. So what she did was she charted her problems that she was having with the cancer. Well, she ended up passing away, and her husband actually within. I can't with that guy. He hates me something terrible. I have never ever. I'm so done with him. They give me the ick. Anyway, so if you want to follow their account, it's cool. Yeah, I don't want anybody. Hey, babe.
Yeah.
You doing okay? Let's get back to drolls. Fair use.
The thing I find the funniest though is poor Jen tried to go live twice tonight, but her friends kept stepping on her. So then she
Again, why are you paying attention to how many times I go live? You go live 5 million times a day. What do you
finally
care?
goes
Fair
live as
use.
soon as see what ends her live. And then, yeah, that was probably the last time it was really cleaned. The dog's jumping all over her for content.
So my animals aren't allowed to jump on me, and I'm not allowed to go live after Seahorse. And when do you have time to go out and do something? Didn't you have a guy that you called the Invisible Man back in April? When do you have time to go do
If
things
you're
in
serious
your
about
life?
your channel, put them in the backyard while you're live. Well, they are the content though. That gives her a chance. Oh, this is so weird. It is so weird.
Okay, so now you're saying that I need to put my animals in the backyard while I go live. Well, that's an idea.
How the camera moves me around. So weird. They're part of her content. She uses them. The bigger the house, the more area to clean. Yeah, but she's not using all the rooms. And she knows darn well it can't be messy because if it's messy, she's out. I mean, she's already said that Clint's mom's not talking to her. Can you imagine a person like that? And now I have said some really mean things tonight. You know what I mean? But I haven't doxed anybody. I didn't.
Well, you do now.
Dox anybody. And you think I doxed her here? No, that was just a picture. It was a picture from a public site. You know how people love to do that kind of shit. You doxed.
But again, nobody is allowed, like somebody delivered an apology to you. So nobody is allowed to even discuss the state that you're in, but it's okay for you to show the inside of somebody's home. How would you feel if somebody did that to you? How would you feel? But you don't think that it's violating to pull FOIAs. Well, you don't think that it's violating to even talk about cabinets. In fact, you were doxing the onions that I cut up yesterday. This is stalkish behavior, ma'am.
My sister, who's not even in this shit.
I said, Amanda.
Never once has she typed in these chats. I keep telling her she should make a sock account. She's like, no. I told her she
Okay, so your sister is going to go watch the person that you said was insane. Your sister's going to do that and visit me because she wants to get away from her problems, yet you just said that she doesn't type in your chat, so she doesn't go to your room
and
either.
she can mod for me.
Okay.
And she said no.
Hey, Carol.
So yeah, that's a big no. You still have to dust and clean floors. The victim props. Yeah. That's all anything is it's a prop to her.
What are you talking? What is a prop to me? You're saying my animals are a prop, and now you're telling me how I should dust the house. Is pledge not okay? I don't use it anymore because of the trachea issue with Mia, but so now I have to ask you how to dust? How do you dust when you have little wings? Now I need your permission on how to
think Star
dust.
said something like the nerve of somebody getting mad at somebody cleaning a house. Nobody's getting mad at cleaning a house. It's just really funny that she doesn't have anything. And she's acting as if cleaning a house is a flex.
And
cleaning a house, as Maria said herself, the things that everybody's been doing since high school, Jen is just now learning how to do.
Well, I can tell you one thing I know how to do that you don't. Number one, I'm a human being. You think that you're not. And number two, at least I know how to clean my windows and notify somebody if there's mold or squirrel shit in them.
That is why it's funny. And there's so many people that are like, good girl, good girl. You can even begin. Can you do it again? Oh my gosh. Oh
That's
my
how they
gosh,
said
you're
it.
46 and you just learned how to clean.
47, actually. And you're right. Carrie came in and she was like, oh, good girl. And I was like, she said, good girl, you got the windows. I was like, and then she patted me on the head. And then Crafty Cat, who I just met, I was like, oh my God, I unloaded the laundry. I did the laundry. And she was like, good girl, good girl. And by tomorrow, maybe I'll be able to balance a ball on my nose. Clint, could you come here? Watch, I'm going to show you something. I know. I'm just kidding, babe. Good boy. He's probably like, what the hell? I can't. This is not normal. This is so not normal. I locked my phone up. Thank you, no boundaries. No one is taking you as showing us cleaning as a flex, but because she doesn't have the house to clean, it obviously doesn't. And the thing is, Jules, as much money as you make, no, I'm kidding. As much money as you make, you would think that you want better for yourself than a moldy window. Because I'll tell you this, number one, all that vaping you do with your pot smoke, then having the mold and everything like that. Not to mention the squirrel shit, which at this time you probably need to hose off the frickin'. I feel so bad for your landlord, girl. I really do. But what do I know? Maybe I should start going out with the dogs, my props, to sit there and balance balls and make sure that I don't lift my leg up and piss on something. There goes. Girl, please. Wait a minute. If you say that I can't, you're a bee. I can't. Fair use.
Just learned how to clean. We're so proud of you. That's weird. And it would be one thing if that's all she was doing, but she's not. She's talking a lot of shit in between that. That's why she's getting shit talked.
I wasn't talking shit.
I had chores at 10 years old. I did not. My mom did not. My mom didn't make us do anything early.
Well, I can tell you one
thing. When we were kids, she let us be kids.
Well, I can tell you one thing that she didn't teach you how to do. Clean your windows.
And make messes. Wasn't until later on in life. That's why all my friends used to like to come over and play at my house. The sweeping was weird.
Don't sweep
Nothing
your
changes,
house.
And half or more of her listeners are too drunk talking to each other to kiss.
Oh, yes. I'll tell you what. Every single one of my followers are boozers. I can't believe it. Boozers that pat me on my little doggy head because I've decided to clean, which I never did before. So I can't cook. I can't clean. And don't even sweep your house, guys. Never even sweep your house because God forbid you do that.
I couldn't imagine living under my mother-in-law's thumb. Oh, wait, neither can GB. Cliff won't make it official. No, you know what, guys? I wonder where.
Guess what? He made it official.
The part. Hey, yeah, we are cool chicks. And there's a few fellas that come in here as well. And I was already live today. This was very unexpected, but my sister was being doxxed in another
Your
chat.
sister wasn't doxxed. You went live for a second time in a day. As if you went live for a second time in a day, girl. Oh my God.
Yeah, and if I would have seen it in George's, I probably would have gotten so angry I would have started advertising dental places. The way she praised, I keep
Isn't that weird? That George had dental offices called, and you threatened that if George did anything to you, that you would call dental offices, or would you have other people do it, which is usually your jam. So you threatened, wait. So you fought the RO because you thought, so George had no right to get an RO on you because you were inciting people to call, right? George didn't have a right to want to get an RO on you. You literally just threatened to call dentist office, multiple ones to find out where George was. And you don't think that that's not wasting resources? Do you think that a dentist office has time to answer? Hold on. Oh, yes, you have. Oh, you need to get a root canal and you have an abscess. Hold, please. Oh, is there a George here? Oh, hold on real quick. Hold, please. Oh, I'm sorry that you have an abscess. Just go ahead and come in tomorrow. It doesn't matter because we have more pressing things to do. Okay, goodbye. And as I was saying, oh, you want to know if a George comes here? Oh my God. Let me get to it. That is wasting resources. God forbid finding out and doxing where George goes to the dentist is far more important than somebody having an
started
abscess.
advertising dental places. The way
You
she
threatened
prays,
that.
I keep wanting to hear Cliff stuck a treat in her mouth. Wait, the way she prays, I keep waiting to hear Cliff stuck a treat in her mouth. Oh my gosh. Good girl, you did a good job. He won't ever marry her. Wait, what contract? What contract? Not Jen. And Jen didn't have a life like that because remember she says that she ate cockroaches. How?
Well, when you're in an abusive home and you have a stepmother that beats the shit out of you and they leave for days on end, maybe when there's a cockroach infestation, when I lived in Section 8 back in the day, maybe that's all you had to eat and you didn't have a grandmother that could come pick you up. My story, not yours, what you covered. Why do you care? Never where I lived did I ever have squirrel shit on the window.
The world. Okay, so she lived in an abusive home.
I did.
Right? Supposedly, that's what she tells everybody. I mean, you're mean to tell me that they never made.
They can call them chores done, or you're going to have up or whoever doesn't do a good job. So what are you? Hold on. So what are you talking about? I wasn't allowed to do anything. I did clean, and I should have carried that on to whatever. But what do you care?
They just put tacks on your feet and fed you cockroaches?
No, that's not how it went. And yes, when you stand in the corner, sometimes when you have an abusive parent, sometimes they put tacks under your feet. God forbid I give up the job of being a dog and I just go ahead and be a ballerina. Why do you care? I didn't have a life like you growing up.
Hey, Lisa Ann. I'm opening a roll of quarters. I shouldn't have done that with you guys. I shouldn't. It was in front of me. I had to.
You're disgusting.
I don't get it. You're
She don't
acting
get
as
it.
if these are all brand new things that you never knew of. Like you never knew that there was a garbage bill.
Because for the majority of the time, when I lived somewhere, I lived in an apartment. We did not have to pay for garbage bills. You would know that because you lived in an apartment yourself. This is not up to you to dissect somebody else's life when God knows that you have enough problems in yours.
Since I was a kid that my parents were charged for garbage and water. In fact, my father reminded us all the time that there was a water bill and not to let the water run. And that's why when it was I learned that young. You turn the sink on, you turn the sink off because it costs money. Yeah, and when I was young.
When you turn the light on, you turn it off. Hey, Clint, do me a favor. Don't flush the toilet. But if you do flush the toilet, can you put the lid down? And then when you go outside, you know to put the light switch down. What are you talking about? Huh?
Did somebody hear our toilet flush? Oh, they heard her taking a drink from the toilet. Oh my God.
No. Clover. Wow. Come here, let me pee on your leg.
What about Jonah?
Tomorrow. Yes, Clint. Thank God my mother never told me to date a pimp. She just said to stay away from them. Right. And here's the thing, one of the great things about living in an apartment is you can call the maintenance person like, hey, listen, there's mold on the, listen, here's the thing. When you live, I worked at a home improvement company. Okay. So I know everything that there is about siding, roofs, all that stuff. Okay. So if you, exactly, the water's got to go somewhere. So when you have casement windows, which I had at my first apartment, you, house time off. Oh, it's going great. Thank you. Yesterday was when it happened. Thank you so much, True. When you have wooden windows, especially in an older apartment, what you need to do with all the moisture that comes in, what happens is it goes inside of the wood, which therefore the wood expands. So when the wood expands, the glass starts, you get all the drafty windows and stuff like that. You're damn right. I can't help myself. And you can't help yourself being in time out. Hey, Clint, Sweet Tea said hi. He may not have heard me. I'll let him know. That's what happens. And then that's why when people, because we sold replacement windows, we sold vinyl windows, and the only place that we couldn't work on was a Tudor home or it was a trailer park where the windows were like, yeah, you can open the windows a crack. Yes. And that's why I said when you get wooden windows, they paint outside of there and stuff, and then you cannot get the windows up, which is why I said it is prone to getting mold in it. And what you could have done is just told your landlord. It doesn't cost you anything, because the thing is when you get black mold, that could become a problem for other neighbors, because if your window's doing it, then other people's windows are doing it. That's all I'm saying. And if you're going to vape outside of your window or you're going to smoke, just keep in mind, even if it is summertime, the grass is like straw. You throw something out that window, guess what? You're not blocked. Just be polite. I've lived in apartments before. I know how it is. Just like you're a graphic designer and you don't do anything with it except making back page ads. Because when you work at a place that starts out as a telemarketing, you have to read. And I'm telling you what, I had to read this big, huge script. Okay. So when I worked for New Sash Windows, well, it's not around anymore, so I could say that. And I worked from 2 to 10. And when I would go in there, I mean, you would have to read from a script. And most of the time, with it being a dialer system, people are going to hang up every third to fourth call. So you are very lucky when you're doing cold call if you're able to make that appointment. Then I backdoored. So I was up. Yeah, it's not always the tenant's fault. Oh, she wasn't a graphic designer. Well, I'll tell you what, she did some good tracing for that back page ad. So I did learn about windows. Like you can never do casement windows. That's way out of it. KK smokes fireworks. Well, that's unfortunate. I bet your lungs don't look very well. Seems you're swallowing cigarettes. But a lot of apartment buildings, if they're older, they can't put them in. And if it's an income-based one, honestly. KK, are you in here? KK, do you want to know what KK did? KK was in Jules's room. I heard her say her name. KK is a person that used to be a wrench and have a wrench and wanted to be in Maud's room or be in anyway. So it was called Colby's Camera. Let me let you guys know. So when my mom died, I started getting really, really, really bad off. Like I was sleeping all the time. Jules showed a picture of my bed. I didn't have sheets on it. So what Jules and Clark did was they said that I had a camera in my home when Colby visited my home. KK is not Colby's camera. KK is somebody, when Clint and I started getting bad off, she came in when Clint did trivia as Lovely Target. She spoke to my husband. He trusted her. He gave her videos. His mom helped her out, paid for StreamYard. Clint gave her food, gave her $15 a day for food after she made all that money off of me and Clint. She filled out his protection order. She got mad when he didn't want to be with her. Her whole channel is about a woman named Colby who came to my house in Clark to think that there was a camera in my youngest fucking bathroom. And they did a countdown. See, when my mother died, I started going downhill. She talked to my husband and lied to his mother and to him and never told them that they spent she stole $22,000. You're not blocked. She was the one that started when me and Clint broke up. Your comment was not deleted. Your comment was probably knocked out because I have a lot of words blocked. That is what KK did. She also ripped off Missy, Tessa, for school supplies. She also grifted to get gas and brakes put on her car. She grifted for Clint to pay for her StreamYard. His mother gave her money for filling out the TPO. She made money off of me going insane. She made money off of Clint. I was in a bad depression. And they knew it. And they diabolically planned all of it. Clint had given abuse videos. And what they did is she put every video up until the worst video. KK is a felon. I find it very rich that people want to get other people in trouble when she is a felon and has 7 years probation. You want to know, and KK, you knew about Lauren. You were not any more special. But here's the thing, KK. Why were you so mad about Clint not moving, right? So you said, and we'll go ahead and cover this tomorrow, or I'll do it behind a paywall, because we all know Jules lied and showed the house, and that's psychopath. She got a laptop. She got a laptop. She joined AMZ's OnlyFans to follow Clint to see what Clint was doing. She also had just had a kid. So if Nevi didn't like Clint and Clint was talking to somebody else, come on, guys, go. Clint, yell for them, please. So, oh yeah, and all of her numbers are from Clint and I. Her covering me and everything. She was stalking the shit out of me coming in. And I'm not saying that Clint was perfect, but the point is she embezzled from them too. Now, KK, if you didn't like Clint, right? And this is your house, according to you. Your words, not mine. So how would Lauren have known if she was talking to Clint? How did Lauren feel about it? Know how you felt about Clint not moving and staying in Ohio. How'd you feel about that? Now let me know if this sounds like somebody who didn't want to be with my husband.
This is what would happen to you if you took 2 capsules of Brasilia oregano oil and black seed oil every...
So that since you already know, since our minds are so much alike, he showed me the house, and it is. It's very nice. I was like, oh my God, it's so nice.
But it's in Ohio.
It's in Ohio. And then, you know, I made like some type of like joke, like, well, I guess you definitely have no interest in hooking up with me because...
Hooking up with you? Why would he want to hook up with you, girlfriend? Remember, you guys were platonic. You wanted Clint to go out to Florida and you had a whole ass man? What? Why would he not want to hook up with you? Do friends like to hook up?
I'll never live in Ohio. So I'll let you know, bitch. I don't give a fuck if the Taj Mahal was your house in Ohio.
Listen.
First of all, you're you.
And no thank you.
Second of all, no thank you.
God, what a raspy voice little Janis Joplin you are. So you wanted to hook up with him, but yet he was talking to Lauren, but you wanted him to go out. So you wanted him to go out to Florida? Well, what about me? What about Lauren? You wanted to hook up with him. Oh, I bet you're mad right now.
No, leave city life
To go
to
live
go
by
live
Jen
by Jen
Bailey.
Bailey. So, and about the money, like, I don't know, a few days ago, because he works like, you know, the overnight shift. And
again, why are you telling people that? Again, when he gave you all the texts and everything, he trusted you. And then when people get mad, when you're pissed off at people, then you show their information. You showed texts. But no, thank you.
then he got off like a little early. And then, you know, we're texting, he's like, oh, have you had breakfast yet? Do you want, or no, he's like, do you want breakfast? I'm like, what do you mean, do I want breakfast? Like,
yeah, because she was like, what do you mean breakfast? Oh my God, what are you talking about? Yes, you better feed me. She said, what about breakfast? Oh shit, I ain't going to come out and live with you because it's the Taj Mahal. Oh my God.
if you're hungry, let me send you money for breakfast. I don't want.
Are you serious? Because it was so nice. I'm sorry Clint didn't move into the Taj Mahal because it wasn't in Florida. I know that. Oh my God. She was like, it's so nice, but it's in Ohio. So why would you want him to move out to Florida if he was talking to Lauren at the time and talking to other people? You wanted to hook up with him? Why? Were you in love with him? Because it seems like you are, because you keep coming in here. You are still obsessed with me. Your channel, or the one that was named after the real Colby with a Y or an I, was based on somebody else. You are an embezzler. You are an extortionist that can't even afford to get a dozen eggs for a cake. And now what you're doing is you're recovering this stuff again because you're a psycho. Again, I hope that you're paying back your restitution with the money that you're getting. In fact, they call you the community bicycle because you've taken money from other people. You're so lucky to have your family, and you're going live at 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, and you will do it again and again and again until you have to learn. So while you guys are trying to get me in trouble for not violating anything, you got this freaking firecracker woman who steals kids' toys and kids' clothes and then decides on the way out that you want to celebrate 4th of July and whatever weekend it was. And you said husband. Come on, girl. And she came in here just now under a blocked account. Why, KK? Okay. So I think I've covered everything. So Jules, let's get the timeline straight. 2020, when you started covering me, up until 2000, now we're in 2026. That's half a decade that I've paid for your bills. Okay. You've had people in your room that I know. You've narked out people that you're cool with right now. You're inside AC and all these people to go after me because you are. You do real life stuff. You show the inside of a home. Yes. Nothing like celebrating Independence Day by getting your independence taken away. So again, your words, not mine, KK Nevi No Neck. You said that he didn't want to hook up with you. So what was he going to do? Move to that house and get his family in there with you? Should I have Sandman in here? Should I have Juice in here to verify what you do and how you victimize people? Because I know if I'm going to go to a store and I'm going to heist stuff, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to get fireworks and kids' toys. Where did you put them? Where did you put those toys? Not in your neck, I know that. Where did you put them? Let me tell you this, you Roblox looking thing. Clint said no. No means no. And Jules didn't like you, KK. He didn't. So if I could give you any words of wisdom would be, you have a linebacker body. All you need to do is go try out. I have no doubt in my mind, if you cut those cigarettes, you could run field goals. They could throw you in there. You could stop all the people. Oh my God. You could be a football player. You could. And they make a lot of money for those shoulders. You don't need shoulder pads. You don't need any of those. I swear to God, you like a bull. See, Clint could sit on one shoulder. I could sit on another shoulder. And you could go like this and we could teeter-totter. We could. You can make all the money you want. Then you won't have to extort $22,000. If you were a football player, you make that shit in a month, girl, being a linebacker. Mm-hmm. Them big ass shoulders and big ass broad shoulders. Your body is shaped like a pyramid. Mm-hmm. See, you can commentate and have fun too. I'm not calling any of you guys the names that you call me. Your big ass broad bull shoulders. You quit those cigarettes, girl. I'm going to tell you what, you will have the energy to start doing anything you want, girl. I'll tell you what you could do is you could go to a pool. I could climb up your body and I could dive off of your shoulder. I could be a diver. Mm-hmm. You know what I could do one time? If I needed to like do a picnic or something, I could put my plates right here and I could eat off of you with your little linebacker table shoulders. Hey, you'd be great at the bottom of a pyramid for cheerleaders. They would have great balance in the big ass shoulders. You could be a firefighter. They could climb up your shoulders. If it was like a first floor, they'd be able to climb up them shoulders. You could do a lot of shit. Again, you could be a teeter-totter. You could be a bouncer. You could be a damn good bouncer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd be a good bouncer. You know what? It's a good thing. They pay you on the job. You'd probably make cash. Because it would be so nice. Anyhow, we've had a really good day. Yes, platform shoulders. You make no sense, you freak. Freak with an A. Mm-hmm. Be looking like a He-Man doll. A lumberjack, yes, you could be a fucking lumberjack. And you know the thing is brawny paper towels. If you do a really good joke. Hey, Clint. See, here is my jail picture. This was when I went to jail. I know you won't believe me and block me again. That's fine. But hope you realize Clint's looking for a job in Florida. Being what? Hey, babe.
Yeah.
When will you be going to Florida to be with Nevi, the linebacker?
Huh?
Well, one good thing is Nevi could use her shoulders to move heavy objects. I hope she's going to need them. We got this big ass desk. Are you looking for a job in Florida, babe?
Seriously?
Well, I can tell you this. Don't get excited, Nevi. He's not going to be working at Walmart. I can tell you that. And he probably won't work at a fire. Mm-hmm. Why would he go to Florida? For the sun? Anyhow, like, I'm going to go. I don't care if it's the Taj Mahal. I don't care if it's the Taj Mahal Stadium. You will not see me move out and be around KK Nevi. Oh my God. As if. But no, thank you. Like, I'm going to give up suburban white trash freaking inbreed life to go move by KK's camera. As if. But it was so nice. Miss me with that bullshit. Babe, do you want to go do something? So I think you'll be fine. Just don't go into a football stadium because she will freaking plow you. Oh, you're welcome. I'll be in later on tonight if he goes live, if that's okay. Hey, thank you, Keith. Well, I'm going to have to get off here. I need to eat my dog food and go outside, and hopefully I'll get that ball on my nose. Yes, too many liberals. Thank you again so much for coming in. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We can finish up with the B. That is a rental guide. Wellness check on the way. Tell Clint to answer the door. Bambi's greatest hits. And who doesn't like Bambi? Jules. So let me go ahead and get a screenshot. This is what you get screenshots for, because that, if they come, is a waste of resources. And who hates Jules? Sorry, guys. I feel pretty damn good myself. See you guys.